Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome everybody to the monthly Town of Milton Board meeting. Today is April the 22nd, 2026, time 6:30. I'd like to get the meeting started with the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilwoman Kerr.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilman Delnicki.
Present.
Councilwoman Soden.
Present.
Councilman Froelich.
Present.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Present.
Supervisor Ostrander.
Present. First on the agenda, motion to accept the minutes from the March 25th, 2026 Town Board meeting.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Delnicki.
Yes.
Councilwoman Soden.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr. Supervisor Ostrander.
Yes. Next on the agenda, public comment number one. Public comment number one on the agenda items only. Public comment number one is now open. If anybody in the audience would like to speak. Mike Iacolucci.
Thank you. Good evening, Mike Iacolucci, 304 Drive. I'll be brief, but I just want to touch on several of the agenda items very, very quickly. Resolution 32 about participation in the Intermunicipal Stormwater Management Program. This is great. And I think Bill Lewis had talked with us on the Budget Committee about it. And the only question I really have is, I believe the Village of Alston is in the very early stages, and perhaps not even yet to the early stages. And I don't know if there's any opportunity for the town of Milton to assist the village in better developing its stormwater plan. On resolution 33 with budgetary transfers. So I took a look at this and I think I follow what's going on. I just wanted to ask for confirmation. Contingency numbers are being redirected to expenditures, which is fine by me. The remaining contingency amounts are pretty high even after these transfers. So if possible, just to confirm that. And then with the BV fund transfer, there had been, I believe, $7,000 appropriated in the budget for contractual expenditure. And this is a $1,000 expenditure. I'm just curious whether the $7,000 has been exhausted or if there's already plans in store for that. And on resolution 35, it's just a pleasant surprise to see credits back to the town. So that was very nice to see. And lastly, I don't see Doug Akins here, but I just wanted to say, sorry to see that he's going to be retiring, but happy for him. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Anyone else? Tom Agosian.
Usually I save my comments to the end, but since we're on the agenda items, I didn't really understand the stormwater management thing. So if that can be explained when it comes up, I'd appreciate it. We're an MS4 community. I know with that, and I didn't know what that cooperation was. And I know that you're looking at a feasibility study from Delaware regarding the highway garage renovations and expansion. And I've said to several people in the community and members of the board, I hope we look long and hard at that block building. I think that has potential. I know it has issues, but I have personally been involved in remediating and renovating buildings and structures in far worse shape than that. I know that the connection between this building and the other is nothing but garbage, but I see that as indoor recreation, basketball, indoor pickleball, whatever it is when we reimagine the park area. So I hope that is part of what we look at. And my last thing is not an item. I was going to save it to the end, but I was parked and I'm looking at the block building going, yeah, we can save that. And I'm looking at the structure that Jason's guys are tearing down. And I said, man, I said, that's pretty well. He's selling those trusses. I came in and spoke to Jason, but he's already done it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tom. Anyone else? Brendan, anybody via Zoom? Public comment number one is now closed. Moving on, resolution number 31. Give me just a minute here. I can't locate 31 in my packet here. Barbie got 31? No, I don't have
Got
any.
to.
Thanks, sir. Yeah.
Two things.
Yeah, it came up, Eric. Yeah, you can just leave. Yeah, that's good. I did.
We're translating between Macintosh and
Just go,
PC right
just go down. No, the other way. Yeah, so I can just. Okay, that's good. Okay, resolution number 31, resolution to hire recreation director for the town of Milton 2026 summer camp. Whereas in preparation for the 2026 Town of Milton Summer Camp, the town must seek and hire a recreation director for the 2026 summer camp. Whereas the town board is in need and consider a candidate for recreation director position and has found Catherine Miller to have the knowledge, experience, and qualification needed as a recreation director, and having been prior camp counselor and recreation leader, she has further shown an interest in working for the town of Milton and serving the community in that fashion. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board, after due consideration, does hereby appoint and hire Catherine Miller of 17 Kristen Drive, Ballston Spa, New York, 12020, as a recreation director for the town of Milton 2026 summer camp, as a seasonal employee for the period commencing April 23rd, 2026 through August 31st, 2026, at an hourly rate of $25.70 per hour, with no other benefits provided, to serve as the director of the summer camp under the direction of the town supervisor. Now therefore be it resolved by the town board, a motion for resolution number 31.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion? Councilman Del Nicky,
Oh, please. Yes.
Councilwoman Soden,
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr,
Yes.
Supervisor Ostrander.
Yes. Next on the agenda, resolution number 32, resolution 32 to. Just one second here. Just a moment. Resolution number 32, cooperation and resolution to modify resolution 72-2024, the town regarding the town's participation and cooperation with Saratoga County Cornell Cooperative Extension and Municipal Stormwater Management Program, whereas Town Board passed Resolution 72 of 2024 on June 26, 2024, to participate and cooperate with Saratoga County Cornell Cooperative Extension and Municipal Stormwater Management Program. Whereas the town board has been advised that the said resolution 72 of 2024 must be modified to include specific language that was not previously included in said resolution, but that was later added in a resolution passed by the county. And now therefore be it resolved that it is the intent that the town of Milton is hereby formalize this cooperative agreement between Saratoga County Cornell Cooperative Extension Intermunicipal Stormwater Management Program and the town of Milton for the purpose herein as described, and is to modify resolution 72 of 2024 accordingly, and is further resolved that the town supervisor of the town of Milton is hereby authorized and directed to execute the cooperative agreement by signing the certification and statement herein. Is further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately. A motion for resolution number 32.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, just real quick. Tom, did you not understand what's happening with that resolution, or just the the fact that it's written by an attorney who doesn't use an economy with words to understand, like what part of that didn't you understand?
What
The-
is required on our part?
On it, I don't know if anybody can fill in the
It's
blanks. with
just
that.
to give you an idea, Tom, all it was, we're in the program now. We're just updating it so that the county's resolution and our resolution kind of match each other.
We provide them with all of them, even coordination. So basically.
Okay. Councilman Del Nicky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Soden,
Yes.
Councilman Froelich,
Yes,
Councilwoman Kerr,
yes,
Supervisor Ostrander.
Yes, the next resolution number 33 of 2026, resolution to approve the schedule of budgetary amendments proposed by the town comptroller, whereas the town board, town of Milton, from time to time finds it necessary to make budgetary amendments within the budget year based on recommendation by the town comptroller, and now therefore be it resolved, town board hereby appoints budgetary amendments and transfers as described and set forth in the schedule provided and recommended by the town comptroller, which said schedule is attached hereto and made a part thereof, and authorize town comptroller to proceed and make the necessary budgetary amendments as set forth therein. A motion for resolution number 33.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Any discussion? Councilman Del Nicky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Soden,
Yes.
Councilman Froelich,
Yes,
Councilwoman Kerr,
yes,
Supervisor Ostrander.
Yes, next resolution 34, resolution to approve the proposal submitted by Delaware Engineering, D.P.C. to complete an updated feasibility study for the old highway garage renovation and expansion for future use, whereas town board was seeking to work with consulting engineering firm to provide additional advice and support for the town board and town facilities committee to assist in determining the feasibility of renovating and upgrading the existing 1967 highway garage building for use in the town's future plans for town hall expansion. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board does hereby authorize, agree, consent to, and ratify allowing the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Delaware Engineering, D.P.C. with offices located at 28 Madison Avenue, Extension, Albany, New York, 12203, to assist with the town in determining the feasibility and removing, renovating, and upgrading in the existing 1967 highway garage building for future use, all set forth on the proposal from Delaware Engineering dated April 22nd, 2026, a full and complete copy of which is attached hereto at a cost not to exceed $10,000 plus any other incidentals and additional costs, and further hereby authorize the town supervisor to sign into and enter into said agreement and to execute all other needed and necessary documents and to pay all documents required in furtherance thereof. Now therefore be resolved by the town board, town of Milton, a motion for resolution number 34.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Just to give everybody an idea, this is just the metal building that we're looking at right now. This would be our next phase in our building out to see how we can locate offices on the first floor. I agree, Tom, the block building, we're going to take a lot of look at it when the time comes, but we are looking at just what we have, what we can probably handle financially right now without going into more debt. So I think that's what we're looking at here.
Block building is not matters.
It's not in this particular one.
Not going to get.
It's not going anywhere either. And we're actually, to give you an idea, looking at this building, where you think it's totally trashed, we may keep the red steel and save the town some money by reskinning it with new facades and everything. And hopefully that'll work out for us.
Councilman Del Nicky,
Yes.
Councilwoman Soden,
Yes.
Councilman Froelich,
Yes,
Councilwoman Kerr,
yes,
Supervisor Ostrander.
This next resolution number 35, 2026, resolution to approve modification of the Phase 2 Contracts for the Rowland Street Highway Facility per recommendation of Delaware Engineering, D.P.C, to properly show credits back to the town of Milton. Whereas upon the completion of the new highway facility building, the town board has found certain general construction and mechanical construction work credits need to be adjusted as part of the overall site construction for the new Rowland Street Highway Facility, which upon further review are necessary for the proper accounting of the project, and which have been recently recommended by Delaware Engineering, D.P.C, for the town engineer and project architects. Now therefore be it resolved that the town board, after review and consideration upon recommendation from the town facility committee, town engineer, project architect, Delaware Engineering, D.P.C, and the review by the town comptroller, authorize and awards the following change order credits as set forth below and in the attached letter captioned recommendation to approve contract modification of Delaware Engineering, D.P.C, dated April 22nd, 2026. Number one, Plank LLC, per discussion with Jason Miller of the Town Highway Department. The town's highway department will perform final seeding and stabilization of the eastern extents of the site now that growing season has started. As a result, Plank is crediting back the town of Milton the sum of $6,722. Number two, R&B Mechanical Incorporated, per specifications. The contractual allowance is $75,000. Mechanical construction is now complete and there is remaining an unused allowance. As a result of the unused allowance remaining will be credited back to the town of Milton in the sum of $71,231.45, and is further resolved that the town board hereby directs and authorizes town supervisor to take whatever steps necessary to execute documents between the town of Milton and Plank LLC, R&B Mechanical, for such credits and work changes and are required and necessary to adjust, realize and properly account for the amounts to be credited back to the town of Milton. Now therefore be resolved by the town board, town of Milton, a motion for resolution number 35.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Any discussion? Councilman Delnicki,
Yes.
Councilwoman Soden,
Yes.
Councilman Froelich,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr,
yes,
Supervisor Ostrander.
Yes. Next, resolution 36, 2026, resolution to authorize the town to make a donation to the Boston Spa Memorial Day Parade Committee to help defray some of the costs associated with the Memorial Day Parade. Whereas every year, the Boston Spa Memorial Day Parade Committee sponsors and holds a Memorial Day Parade for the Village of Boston Spa to honor our local vets, both past and present, for their service to our country as well as the community. Now therefore be resolved, the town board hereby directs and authorizes the town supervisor and makes an appropriate budget amendment and take whatever steps necessary to enter into an agreement with the Boston Spa Memorial Day Parade Committee and provide a contribution in the amount of $500 to help defray some of the costs associated with holding the 2026 Memorial Day Parade. Now therefore be it resolved by the town board, town of Milton, a motion for resolution number 36.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Is
Council,
this outside of the budgeting that we do with the village? So is this a committee that's separate from?
This has nothing to do with the village.
Okay,
It's a different committee.
thank you.
Councilman, Councilman Delnicki,
Yes.
Councilwoman Soden,
Yes.
Councilman Froelich,
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr,
yes,
Supervisor Ostrander.
Yes, next, a motion to accept the retirement of Doug Akins, effective April the 29th, 2026. I have a letter dated April 1st, 2026, to Highway Superintendent Jason Miller from Doug Akins. Retirement, dear Jason, I'm writing to inform you that after almost 29 years working for the town of Milton Highway Department, I've decided to retire. My official date of retirement will be 4/29 of 2026. I've enjoyed our working relationship and many years of service to the town of Milton Highway. Respectfully submitted, Doug Akins. A motion to accept Doug Akins'
I'll make
retirement.
that motion with regret.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
I just
Yeah,
like,
I have to say, he had a perfect record on my road until this past winter when I put up my new mailbox. But he's done a great job on Stone Church, and I appreciate the work he's done, and thanks the Highway Department for replacing it.
Maybe he wanted something to remember you by.
Yeah, he won an award. I guess he won the snow plowing award this winter.
I'd just like to say, as we all get older, we certainly can understand Doug retiring.
Yeah, right.
We will miss him. I wish him well in his retirement.
Councilman Delnicki.
Yes.
Councilwoman Soden.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Supervisor Ostrander.
Yes. Next department committee reports, animal control, Meg.
Okay, Animal Control Monthly Report for March 2026. Total calls 106. Bite cases 6. Dangerous dog hearings 1. Animals seized 11. Tickets issued. Unlicensed dog 6. Running at large 1. Nuisance dog 0 for a total of 7. Respectfully submitted, David Drazinski, Animal Control Officer.
Thank you, Meg. Assessors, Meg.
Okay. Dated April 2026, a note from the assessor's office. Tentative roll has been submitted to Saratoga County for the 2026 tentative assessment roll. The Town of Milton assessment roll should be posted online on or after May 1st, 2026. The Town of Milton's equalization rate has changed from 60.50 to 60.60%. The full market value is comprised of taking your current assessed value and dividing it by the current equalization rate. Remember, you are taxed against your assessed value, not the full market value. Example, if your house has an assessed value of $325,000, full market value this year would be $536,303, which is a 60.60% equalization rate. The value using last year would be $537,190, which is a 60.50% equalization rate. The higher the equalization rate, the lower the full market value. Change of assessment notices has gone out. If you received a notice and disagree with the new valuation, please submit a RP 524 complaint form with supporting documentation, 6 copies to the assessor's office no later than May 22nd, 2026, 4 p.m. for review. Hard copies only. The Board of Assessment Review will meet on May 26, 2026 from 4 to 8 p.m. Please call for an appointment if you would like to be scheduled. Question to the assessor. I am 80 years old. I have no kids. Why do I have to pay school taxes? Answer. New York State does not offer a full exemption for seniors. However, the town county school does offer a senior age low income exemption that you may qualify for. It is income based on a sliding scale. If the property located in the town of Milton is your primary residence, your total income is below $35,700 and you're 65 plus, you may qualify. This exemption may qualify the homeowner of up to 65% off town county assessment and up to 50% on school. The lower the assessed value, the greater the savings. Tax rate times assessed value divided by 1,000 equals tax bill. Respectfully submitted, Laura Orminsky.
Thank you, Meg. Next, building department, Eric.
This is the Code Enforcement Zoning Planning Department report for March of 2026. Dear Supervisor Ostrander and Town Board members, during the month of March, the Code Enforcement Department managed 20 building permits, collected $4,363.60 in building permit fees, collected $5,200 in planning and zoning board fees, collected $66,000 in park and rec fees, completed 111 construction inspections, fulfilled 22 fire safety inspections, responded to 28 code enforcement violations. A total of 10 certificates of occupancy were issued, along with 11 certificates of compliance. Respectfully submitted, William F. Lewis, Building Inspector.
Thank you, Eric. Next, buildings and grounds, John.
Okay, during the month of March, we did weekly setup and breakdowns for rentals and senior events. Monthly inspections of all fire extinguishers and AED machines throughout the town hall, the community center, and the old highway garage. We cleaned up fall and winter debris, from both playgrounds for the April 4th opening. We also cleaned and inspected all the playground equipment at both playgrounds. We cleared all the fall and winter debris from the Milton Mile and the walking trails, and we also cut up the trees that had fallen across the trail at Woods Hollow Nature Preserve. We have begun leaf cleanup throughout the parks. The Building and Grounds Department has moved from the blue building into the old highway garage offices. We are ready to start spring with all mowing equipment being serviced for the mowing season.
Thank you, John. Next, the Comptroller and Financial Reporting Package was issued to the town board, and it's made available for public inspection on the town website. Next, Economic Development, John.
Good evening. This past month's activities focused on leveraging demographic information from our recent study and engaging retail prospects and commercial real estate brokers representing desirable business identified in our void analysis, along with our primary commercial developer. We continue targeted outreach, relationships building, and strategic site positioning to attract high-quality tenants aligned with the town's long-term economic development goals. Milltown Center. Now that the infrastructure and building work has commenced, there has been increased interest from business investors, including several family-oriented businesses and a professional services firm. This early activity reflects growing confidence in the project and its long-term potential. Negotiations are currently in the early stages and discussions remain ongoing. Additional details will be provided as commitments are clarified and agreements move forward through the development process in the coming months. Commercial brokers. As a result of our updated demographic information, I met with a broker to revisit 2 prior prospects, both of which had previously shown only a modest interest in the area. With the strengthened data and recent changes in corporate structure, the broker now believes Milton represents a strong and highly competitive market fit and will pursue this with his clients. Ballston Carpet. Back in 2024, I met with the owner of Ballston Carpet to discuss the possible use of a large parcel of his land adjacent to the current store. At that time, there was an interest by Starbucks Coffee to erect a store there, but ultimately they decided a corner location would be preferable. I held further discussions with the owner about the potential use of that parcel, including several options. One of the ideas was to build a home furnishing design center to complement his existing business, and over the months, the plan came to fruition. Ballston Carpet recently submitted a proposal to our planning board last week for a beautiful new 18,000 square foot building, which will contain a full-service home design center. A wonderful addition to our town and to benefit our residents. I have an update on a retail store I've been pursuing. I've been actively pursuing a woodworking equipment retail store and recently shared updated demographic information that aligns well with the retailer site selection criteria. Initial feedback has been positive, indicating strong potential interest, and further follow-up discussions are expected as the review process continues to progress. Our airport diner, the new Sunset at Saratoga restaurant, will be opening May 1st, with the grand opening to be held on Wednesday, May 6th at 10:30. All the residents are encouraged to attend our long-awaited addition to our town. Everybody is welcome. And my additional activities, I attended a seminar on attracting small businesses to a community held by Retail Strategies. And I continue to attend regular planning board meetings, county meetings, and functions of the Chamber of Commerce. In addition, I would like to congratulate the town board on receiving recognition from Business View magazine, which named Milton the 2026 Best Managed Town in New York. This honor was based on submitted materials and an interview with Supervisor Ostrander and myself conducted in April 2025 and is now posted on the town's website.
Thank you, John.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Next, Health Officer, Meg, do you have a report?
Nothing this month.
Okay, thank you. Highway Department, Eric?
It's the March monthly report from the Town of Milton Highway Department. The Highway Department has begun their spring cleanup. We urge town residents to bring their leaves and lawn debris curbside before May 15th, when your spring cleanup concludes. To protect our equipment and to ensure pickup of your debris, we ask that leaves and sticks be separated. Town residents can bring their lawn debris to the transfer station located at 503 Geyser Road. Transfer station hours are Monday through Thursday from 6 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Starting this Saturday, 4/25, the transfer station will be open from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Closed on holiday weekends. We will be relocating the transfer station to the new highway facility at 459 Rowland Street starting on Saturday, May 1st. The compost pile has been made available to the Town of Milton residents at 503 Geyser Road. Location, compost is made available on a first come, first served basis. There's a prize if you find Jimmy Hoffa's body under it. The Highway Department is now working out of the 459 Rowland Street location. We'd like to thank the town board, the business office, and our town residents for supporting the move to a new location. Respectfully submitted, Jason Miller, Highway Superintendent, and Kevin Ubrick, Deputy Highway Superintendent.
Thank you, Eric. Next, Historian's report, Mike.
I just want to comment on the Jimmy Hoffa thing. A lot of people don't know who Jimmy Hoffa is anymore. I don't.
Who
Nick
knows?
probably doesn't know.
You could be there.
Anyway, historian's report for April 2026. This month, I continue researching and working on projects related to the Historic Structures and Places Committee and the Town of Milton 250th Committee. This month, I was able to reinforce and make improvements to the pavilion in Treble Park on Route 67 in preparation for the installation of the Mills of Milton Educational Panel on the backside of the pavilion. This ends phase one of a 2-year process, which was created to educate the public on the role that mills and manufacturing played in the economic and social evolution of Milltown or Milton. I will hopefully be able to install both panels by the end of the month. This will also make the Treble Park more than just a place for commuters to stop on Route 67, which we all know that's what it is. People just park there and wait and meet people or take a rest. As I was working at the pavilion, I actually noticed there were like 3 or 4 people who actually stopped and looked at the kiosk. And I was so excited by that fact. In fact, every time they came over, I walked over and said, "Hey, so what'd you think about it?" "Oh, that's pretty interesting." I said, they said, "We drove by here a million times and finally that's time to stop and look at it." So again, my hope is this will do the same thing. That when they get when the panels established at the back of the pavilion, people will actually stop and look and read and learn about our town. It's at least our history of it. So I'd like to turn that place into something more than just a layover for a lot of people. Let's see. Also, on April 15th, I met with the Town of Milton 250th Committee to discuss our plans for upcoming 2026 events. The committee discussed upcoming county-wide events associated with the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution, which I previously mentioned in the March meeting. And I will actually review some of those again at the end of this report. We also discussed the installation of our last Revolutionary War Veteran Cemetery sign to be installed in Powell Wiswall Cemetery, for which we are planning an unveiling in the fall, possible Veterans Day weekend. This is a 4-year process. So at this point, I've basically gotten every cemetery in our town where Revolutionary War soldiers are buried. This is the last sign. There are a couple I can't access because they're on the site or they're on private property. So I can't put signs there. But again, as far as the ones that are accessible to the public, this is our last cemetery of the 19 cemeteries. And I want to thank the town for the money for that. Given this is the 250th stuff, and I think it's important that our town recognizes the service that these guys play to our country. Let's see. Also, it was brought up that, I brought it up that we didn't have Revolutionary War trivia last year. And since this is 1776, the big year, well, for a lot of people, it's a big year. I was thinking about maybe proposing we have it again this fall. And I'm looking for a couple of venues, and the focus will be on 1776 as far as the questioning. So you guys want to study up on that? Get started now. All right. Jason, building department guys, tutoring. Yeah.
Past champions.
Yeah. Well, not building department, highway. All right. All right. Also, we discussed making signs to mark the roadway for a future annually held 5K race to place along the part of the 1780 raid route along Middle Line Road in the town of Milton. I have already inquired about the cost of the signs. It was suggested that this may actually be possible this fall. So Dave and I are looking into that.
Look at us.
Right, Dave? We're in the preliminary stage of discussion, yes. Yes, we're taking stuff back and forth, yes. Yeah, good stuff. Yep.
So it's not enough.
So I know, yeah, all right. I'm also beginning the process of researching the development of the Ballston Terminal Railroad, PPJ, and the role that it played in the development of the town. This will result in the creation of a kiosk, which will inform and educate the public on the role the railroads played in our town history. Okay, so Dave actually sent this to me to look at, and I think it's a great idea. And it's like, I guess we're going to be working in conjunction with people in the county.
This project came about for open space committee meeting.
Okay.
It's very fulbright. It is, I guess, always envisioned this
Yeah.
sort of piece along that rail trail.
Yeah.
And you know, I say, we're looking to make improvements within that part of this year, and you know, we're trying to get a lift for buildings and grounds folks. Maybe it's something we can add to that. So, and coordinating with Mike or historical piece that we put on signage.
It's going to be a fun project, Dave.
Yes.
Yes.
Mike, it sounds like Dave this time we have to do whatever.
Yep. I was also able to move the historian's office from the lower level of this building, get away from the highway department, or not highway department, building department. Okay, the chaos down there. And I was moved into the previous highway department office over here, which is actually a really good space for me because most of you guys don't realize it, but on the other side of this wall are a whole bunch of pictures of deceased veterans that the county recognized with a narrative about them, but you guys can't see them. And there's also every Heritage Award winner also on the other side of this wall. I'm moving all those downstairs, so when you walk into the new historian's office area, the public will be able to see those things. And again, once this is all cleaned up out here, it'll be more easily accessed too. So that's Jason's job as well. All right.
And your new office was a Dave decision as well.
Was what?
Your new office was a Dave decision as well.
Yeah, I think you did. All right. On April
boy.
29th, I met with the Saratoga County, I will be meeting with Saratoga County 250th Commission to discuss upcoming events, which I'll remind you of again
I think that's.
for May right now. And I think since last month, May 2nd and 3rd, there's a symposium. It's in Schuylerville. And there's 5 speakers. I think there's still seats available if anybody wants to register on Saratoga 250th. If you're interested in the American Revolution, there's 5 speakers that basically talk on different subjects. And we also have on May 3rd, the bus tour of basically the raid of 1780, which is basically a 4-hour tour, almost like Gilligan's Island. I hope we don't get lost. But Jim Richmond is actually going to be leading that bus tour. So he's on my committee, and another one of my committee members will go as well. So 3 of my committee members will also be on the bus tour. And basically try and get Jim leading questions to keep people interested in what's going on as far as the tour. So, and there's still also seats available on that too, but they're a little pricey, and I'm going to discuss that with the county for future events like that, because they said, we want people to come, you don't want to turn people away. So that's my report for this month. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mike. Justice Court, John?
Charges for the month, charges received were 67. Charges disposed of were 136. Total monies were $8,096.99.
Thank you, John.
Quick.
Planning, consulting, and zoning board report, Barb.
Monthly report for our town planner for the month of March. March 11th, planning board meeting, March 12th, county stormwater meeting, March 12th, zoning update committee meeting, March 17th, meeting offsite traffic improvements for Rowland Street, March 18th, facilities meeting, March 19th, submission of interim annual report for Stormwater Management Program. March 23rd, meeting with Saratoga Springs planning staff to discuss intermunicipal project impacts. March 24th, follow-up pre-application meeting, site plan. March 24th, meeting with residents, planning and zoning inquiries. March 31st, Planning Board Agenda Meeting, zoning research map drafting for solar potential and historical structure and places, ongoing application support for Planning and Zoning Board of Appeals, ongoing coordination with Bill Lewis for ZBA applications, ongoing coordination with Delaware Engineering, project reviews, ongoing coordination with chairman of the planning and zoning boards on planning reviews, ongoing MS4 program management. That's it for her. She's a busy lady. Planning board meeting for March 11th, 2026. Extension for solar project at 209 Stone Church Road approved until September 15th. This is the 5th extension for this project. Review of a 4-lot subdivision at 199 Stone Church Road. Public hearing was set for April 8th at 7 p.m. And special use permit for 112 Columbia Avenue extension, asking for extension of hours from 9:30 to 10 o'clock, also to hold fundraisers or small-scale events for the community. Board had concerns about traffic and the impact of surrounding neighbors. Public hearing was scheduled for April 8th at 7 p.m. Meeting was adjourned at 7:40 p.m. ZBA meeting, March 26th, public hearing for 935 MacArthur Drive. This was an 8-foot front setback variance. Applicant spoke. There were no objections. Applicant did present 3 letters of support from neighbors to the chairman. The variance was approved.
Thank you.
That's it. Huh?
Thank you. Next receiver of taxes, Lisa?
Thank you, Supervisor Strander. Down below. Taxes collected from March 19 through March 31st totaled $299,297.17. The total amount of taxes collected to date is $9,316,359.14, which includes $10,905.98 on penalties and $400 in second notice fees and $40 in return check fees. As of March 31st, 90% of taxes have been collected. On April 15, I issued a check to the town of Milton in the amount of $9,802.65, which represents the penalties collected for the month of March, the second notice fees, and those return check fees. The 2026 tax collection season has ended at my office. As of April 1st, all unpaid taxes will need to be paid to the Saratoga County Treasurer's Office. If anybody has any questions, they can still call me, still leave me messages, still check in there a couple times a week.
Thank you, Lisa. Next, Town Clerk Brenda.
Okay. So for the month of March, we handled 12 foils. We issued 143 dog licenses with 41 of them online. Issued 12 fishing permits. We handled 2 pavilion rentals and 3 community center rentals. The registrar, we issued 1 marriage license, 4 certified marriage certificates, and 42 certified death certificates. In February, I completed the New York State Archives grant for a scanning, restoration, and preservation for our town record books or minute books from 1799 to about 1970. The rest of them we already have scanned. And we're also working on getting the 2026 summer camp season started. Registration opens May 1st at 9 a.m. That's pretty much it.
Okay, do we have any youth bureau?
No youth bureau this month.
Thank you. Public comment number 2. Public comment number 2 on any other town business is now open if anybody in the audience would like to speak. Hearing none. Brenda, anybody via Zoom? Public comment number 2 is now closed. Is there any correspondence, Brenda?
Yes, we got a letter from Friends of the Caterosaurus thanking us for our yearly donation.
Thank you. Discussion from the board on any new or old business. John, you're up first.
Okay, a couple of things. Jason's probably gonna never talk to me again after we get through all these buildings. But if you'll notice today, the blue building out here is on its way down. We anticipate that being completed, taking down next week. Then the highway will start preparing the site for the playground and the 2 pavilions that are going in. And that should start to happen right around first week of June. So that project is progressing nicely. The other thing is we really need to thank the highway department because they did a hell of a lot of work getting their equipment and everything up into the new garage, getting the new garage prepared. They put in a lot of hours, I can say. And it seems like every time I turn around, I'm asking them to do a little more. You know. But yeah, I think probably that's about it for me.
Is that it, John?
Oh, one more thing. To answer your question, Mike, we certainly would be open to the village coming up and sitting down with Sophia. I'm not sure how helpful we can be. Most of our stormwater management stuff was drawn by the engineers. So, and I don't even know, does the village even have a stormwater person? Oh, but yeah, we're open to that, I would think.
All right, thank you, John. I have a few things. One, I'm not sure if anybody follows the county meetings, but we passed the occupancy tax for the Airbnb and the Verbo. So now it's going to be up to the town once we receive the number of tenants that register with the county. It's going to be up to us to determine how we're going to inspect their properties. So I work with John. John's working with Billy. We're going to come up with a plan. Obviously, we're going to have to hold a public hearing and everything. So I just want everybody to know that's coming. It's been approved at the county. Once we get the list, we're going to proceed on how we're going to proceed with it on our end with the residents. What John had mentioned about the retail strategies, I got a call. Funny you say that, John. I got a call from them today. We're up for an award from them once again. I have an interview with them on Friday. We're up for an award for one of the best small thriving towns in the country. I have a Zoom interview with them Friday at 10 o'clock. John had mentioned that the airport was doing, let me see here, grand opening on Wednesday, May 6th at 10:30. Additionally, they're opening May 1st and they have a grand opening on May 6th at 10:30. They also have, I just received, they have an open house on May 2nd, which is going to be from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. They're going to have helicopter rides and a couple breweries are going to have some taste testing and whatnot there. So it'd be nice if the residents could take a look at the airport and show them a little bit of support. He would really appreciate that. That's about all I have. Barbie, have anything?
Just we planned a second zoning committee meeting this month to try to get this solar project or zoning completed. So there'll be a meeting on April 29th at 6:30 up here in the boardroom. And we hope to have all our recommendations in at that meeting and then proceed with anything else we have to do. I think we're going to have to extend the moratorium for 6 months. Not that we're going to use 6 months, but because of the fact that we have to go, it has to come to the town board, to the planning board, back to the town board. We have to set a public hearing, and I think we're just going to run out of time before we get that finished. So everyone's welcome to come and listen to what's going on at that. Then the fishing contest is May 9th. Help! Anybody that wants to help me out, I'd greatly appreciate it. We will be registering fishermen at 6 a.m. and they can start fishing at 7 a.m. That's it.
Meg?
Okay, a couple things. Our next Milton Day meeting is Friday, May 1st at 1 p.m. right here. So everyone's welcome to come or help or just listen in. New York State D.E.C. burn ban's still going on through May 14th. We had a neighbor that tried to break some rules. So Kevin Crow addressed that. But just as a reminder, because not everyone is aware of that. Spring cleaning series, which is hosted by Assemblywoman Walsh, event going on. The flyer says Sunday, April 25th, but it's I believe it's Saturday, the 25th, from 9 to noon right here in the parking lot. It's a shredding event, so bring your items, shred them on up. That's it.
Awesome. Real quick, what was the time of the meeting on Friday the 1st for the Milton Day?
1 p.m.
Very quickly, good question, Tom, about the old previously loved equipment while it kind of runs its course with us and Jason and Dave and Kevin and the highway department do a great job of getting great prices on the new stuff. The old stuff always goes up on an auction site that I can never remember the name of, but the other half of that building's been put up there and sold already. The old skid steer, because we got a new one recently, a few board meetings ago. So, you know, they get what they can for us and on our behalf. So keeping it economical. And if anybody hasn't been following the Sunset at Saratoga restaurant's got a menu, their website's up, the menu's up. I don't see the specials on it, but they're woefully underpriced for a dinner for 4. So jump on it before they figure that out. But the menu is really good. We've been calling it diner. It's not technically a diner. Mike doesn't call it a diner, but it's 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. Although Sunday, I'm not certain they're going to be doing dinner, according to the manager over there. So, you know, check out the menu and jump on it. The pizza crust is insanely good. So highly recommend it.
I just want to touch on another, if anybody's wondering why we have not had an airport committee meeting. I attended a class over at the airport a couple weeks ago. Homeland Security put on a class in reference to responses for tragedies and whatnot and different response plans. John, you were there, correct? And the county's putting together a new response plan for the county. And once that plan's put together, then we will have our airport committee here so we can go over that plan and sit down and see if we can try to improve on it or make changes or suggest changes, because that's the only thing we can do is make a suggested change to the county. And I know that we've had a lot of different complaints about the airport, and they've been addressed by the county, so we'll be going over all them as well. So that's about it with the airport committee. So there will be no executive session this evening. So a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Councilman Del Ricky.
Yes.
Councilwoman Soden.
Yes.
Councilman Froelich.
Yes.
Councilwoman Kerr.
Yes.
Supervisor Erster.
Yes, thank you, everybody, for coming. Have a wonderful evening.